singing of Christmas carols is a meaningful part of the holiday season. For many, it brings a warm nostalgia of childhood memories and the true message and spirit of Christmas. We can thank one man, Jacob Riis, for bringing the European tradition of Christmas caroling to America. The Aquinas Honor Society of the Immaculate Conception School in Jamaica Estates, Queens, New York, is composed of students who have garnered high academic achievements. While working on a project with the Richmond Hill Historical Society, they learned about the inspirational work of Jacob Riis. In their research, they came upon century-old newspaper articles detailing the humanitarian efforts of Jacob for all people. One of them involved Jacob's idea of singing Christmas carols to the ill and the homebound. The students decided to breathe life into this forgotten story and conceive this heart-warming children's book. Jacob's Gift is a Christmas tale based on historical events that uses actual people and places from the town of Richmond Hill, New York. Jacob and his family resided in Richmond Hill for nearly 30 years. He loved it dearly and took an active role in the community. The first Christmas caroling started by Jacob took place in the year 1911 on Christmas Eve. And now, thanks to the Aquinas Society, Carl Bolinas, and Kem Gray, we present to you the story of Christmas caroling in America, Jacob's Gift. Christmas was coming, and little Dallas was overjoyed. Excitement filled the room, and when he heard voices outside, he hurried to the window. In the gently falling snow, a group of Christmas carolers could be seen singing songs of holiday cheer. Watching quietly from her chair, his mother, Layla, called softly to him, and he ran to sit on her lap. Dallas hugged her with a warm embrace and asked her, "Mom, will you tell me a Christmas story?" She replied, "Dallas, I will tell you a very special Christmas story. It's about your great-great-great-grandparents, Jacob and Elizabeth Riis. It happened on this very day, the day before Christmas, many years ago." It was the year 1911, and Jacob was sitting in the Church of the Resurrection in the small town of Richmond Hill, New York. As the services came to a close, he noticed that his friend Ella Flanders, was not in her usual place in the front pew. He wondered why Ella isn't here. As Jacob left the church, he met Rector Evans and greeted him. "Good morning, Rector. Your sermon was inspiring, and I enjoyed it very much. Did you notice that our dear friend Ella Flanders was not at the services? She's not one to miss any of them during the holiday season. She loves to hear the choir sing." The rector replied, "Thank you, Jacob. I have heard that Ella is not feeling well, and that the good Dr. Mainin is at her home tending to her as we speak. I hope it is not serious. I think I will walk to her house to see how she is doing. Merry Christmas, Rector." As the rector waved to Jacob, a small dog rushed up to him and circled around his feet in playful excitement. It was Bruno, his faithful friend and companion. Bruno, with his tail wagging cheerfully, followed Jacob on his way. Jacob found Dr. Mainin with Ella. "Do not fret, Jacob. Ella has a mild case of the flu, which is making its way around our town, but she should be up and around in no time. My only concern is that her spirits are low. I'm afraid she will not be able to attend the midnight mass this evening. You know how she loves to hear that choir sing all of her favorite Christmas songs. Alas, it comes but once a year. Mr. Volk and Mrs. Fowler also are under the weather, and they too will miss the services." Jacob answered, "Perhaps we can think of something that will cheer her up. I will think about it, and I'll take my daily stroll around the town. Have a Merry Christmas, Dr. Mainin." Jacob began his walk toward Lefferts Avenue, Bruno. As he strolled by the Triangle Hotel, he greeted a young boy selling newspapers, and then proceeded on his way and continued to think. In fact, Jacob was concentrating so hard that he did not notice when Bruno spied a cat on the porch of Captain Briggs' old farmhouse, nor did he hear the rumbling engine of Mrs. Cuneo's new racing car. As he walked by the Republican clubhouse, he remained lost in thought. Jacob continued past the church of St. Benedict Joseph Labre, and his mind was working overtime. His feet tired and his head aching, Jacob reached Maple Grove Cemetery to visit the grave of his beloved wife, Elizabeth. My dear Elizabeth, you are always with me and in my thoughts. Our dear friend Ella is not feeling well, and her heart is broken that she won't be able to attend the services this joyous Christmas Eve. She so longs to hear those wonderful Christmas carols sung by our choir. I just wish I could think of something that would make this Christmas special for her. Jacob left the cemetery. Walking slowly now, Jacob returned to his home. He headed to his study next to his house to take a rest. Sitting at his desk, Jacob felt tired, fell fast asleep, and began to dream. He journeyed back to his childhood in Denmark and remembered all the wonderful Christmas traditions. Soon he heard his sweet Elizabeth playing the piano and singing the old Christmas songs that they both loved so much. "O come, all ye faithful." Jacob suddenly opened his eyes and cried, "That's the answer!" "Thank you, Elizabeth." And he quickly reached for his phone. Later that afternoon, a small crowd gathered in front of the Richmond Hill Library. Jacob addressed them. "My friends and neighbors, thank you for coming here so quickly. Tonight, we are going to create a very special Christmas for those who are too ill to attend church and will therefore miss hearing these wonderful old Christmas songs. I have a plan to bring the joy of Christmas to them with your help." Later that evening, a full moon shone upon the newly fallen snow, which glistened like sparkling jewels. A group wearing flowing scarlet hoods and capes passed by the old train depot as they walked through the streets of Richmond Hill. They lit their way with lanterns held on long poles. As the twinkling stars shone bright in the velvet black sky, the crowd gathered at the home of Ella Flanders and began to sing softly. The notes floated higher and higher on the cold night air. Ella, with a heartfelt smile on her face, gazed out from her window and called out, "Thank you! Thank you for bringing the joy of Christmas to me. Merry Christmas!" Jacob waved to her. Then, brushing a tear from his eye, he turned to the others and said, "Come, my friends, the night is early, and we have many more stops to make. We will bring the spirit of Christmas to one and all." As the Riis family gathered around the piano and began to sing one Christmas song after another, Dallas looked up at a portrait of Jacob and Elizabeth and beamed a wide smile, while he whispered to them, "Merry Christmas." May this old and beautiful custom, brought to us by Jacob Riis, continue to be a tradition as each year goes by. May it grow in numbers, give added pleasure, and bring the true spirit, joy, and happiness of the holiday season to one and all, forever to be known as Jacob's gift. Merry Christmas.